like and subscribe. So I've seen this recommended around all over YouTube, seen a bunch of VTubers react to this, and I thought, screw it, I'll give it a go. I'm gonna watch part 2 as well on top of this. I have been watching like a little bit of like their stream. I'm subscribed to them now. Reika's super cute. It's just super adorable, man. I love the shots and the clips.
On April 9th, 2025, a JP indie VTuber named Otsuka Rei posts a heartfelt letter to her daughter starting kindergarten.
My daughter Reika will be entering kindergarten this spring. Without everybody's support, I wouldn't have been able to raise her as a single mother.
From these 2 sentences alone, I knew I had to tell Rei's story to the Western audience. Inspired, I DM'd Rei for an interview to learn more about this resilient story of being a single mother in Japan and being able to support her only daughter through her VTuber activities. Rei graciously agreed to answer my questions, so now I will tell her story. This story begins with a Japanese girl falling in love with a particular individual. Sadly, he ended up being a playboy and Rei got dumped. If things couldn't be even more intense, she found out that she was pregnant.
The day I found out I was unexpectedly pregnant, I felt anxious. My parents were repeatedly in and out of the hospital, and I don't have any siblings. I wasn't sure if I could raise a baby properly without anyone to rely on.
She was definitely on the fence about giving birth, and to complicate things, Rei was a physically weak person, so people around her was concerned about whether she could safely give birth. What shifted Rei's mind was her familiar duties to her father and grandmother. Both of these family members told Rei personally that they wanted to see the face of her unborn daughter, and these very words influenced this young woman to give birth.
My father received a terminal prognosis and my grandmother was already of an old age.
Bro, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can make it through this video. Bro, I feel like I'm gonna cry in this.
I wanted to make them happy while they were still alive. And this feeling also motivated my determination to give birth to Reika-chan.
It was important to mention that Reika's birth itself was a difficult one. Due to Rei's weak physical body, she was actually in critical condition during the child rearing process. It got so bad at one point, the doctor approached Rei's father and asked him, "Do you want to save Rei or Reika?" Thankfully, both did their best to persevere, and so Reika safely came into this world.
I have an auntie who sadly I don't talk to anymore. She had multiple complications with like giving birth and stuff, and my uncle-in-law had this tough decision as well. It was either saving my auntie's life and making it so that she'll never give birth again. Luckily, she already gave birth to my cousin, and sadly that'll be the only children they'll have together. It was really sad. It's tough, man. It takes a hit. It takes a toll. You notice it. Even when I was younger, when I was a child, like obviously you're a child, you barely know anything, but it was very noticeable, like before and after that whole situation. When
it was during this time where a president of some agency tried to recruit this new mother to become an idol streamer at their company. Because Rei loved singing and dancing and needed a source of income to support her newborn, she jumped at the opportunity. This is kind of where Rei entered her Oshinoko arc, because while she was doing her idol activities, she had to keep it a secret from her fans that Reika exists. Lady Luck was on this new idol side because she was getting more popular.
That's a sad thing, man. That's a sad thing, because like idol fans are like, they have... It's crazy, man. It's same in the West as well, where like female streamers, once people start finding out they actually have a boyfriend, they like immediately unfollow. It's so weird. So yeah, I get why.
As an idol streamer, and was actually getting a lot of money from fans. But at a certain point, Rei felt a growing burden of lying to her fans. But on a much more important note, there's also the possibility of making Reika feel lonely. This is where she made a complete career.
Yeah, your child is way more important. Like, yeah, they like feed you, like pay your bills and stuff, like the fans do. But what are you gonna do? Like, have all these formative years of your child being in the other room, hearing you laugh and have fun on your own with like random people on the internet. That's gonna hit hard, man. Like, it might not seem like it, but a lot of children pick up a lot of things, man, and it stays with them for like a long time.
Her shift towards VTubing. But why VTubing?
Originally, I performed as an idol without concealing my face, but I had an opportunity to perform alongside VTubers at an event. Witnessing how much they enjoyed performing and how brightly they shone on stage sparked my interest in this world of VTubing. I was also deeply moved by the enthusiasm of the fans, which made me think I also want to dive into this world too.
VTubing just made sense in this case because it was the optimal choice of raising Reika as a single mother by being able to work from home while maintaining a certain level of privacy. What made things even more interesting is that this new VTuber...
Okay, so I didn't really know that she was doing idol work. Yeah, I wasn't listening properly. But yeah, if she was doing idol work and then she did VTubing now, yeah, that makes a lot more sense to like be at home then. Instead of like just touring, doing concerts and stuff, you're hardly at home. Your child's not gonna, well, she's not gonna know you that well, and you're not gonna know her that well as well.
Made the conscious decision of including Reika in her streams.
My daughter is still young and in such an irreplaceable stage of childhood, so I would always like to be by her side.
Yeah.
As expected, baby Reika would cry for milk every few hours. I don't have anyone close to me whom I can trust Reika to, and I think it's impossible to hide the truth while doing streaming activities alone.
One other thing that Ray mentioned was that she fondly looked back on the times her parents had recorded videos of her childhood. In many of the same ways, streaming together with her daughter was a way to preserve her daughter's growth and memories.
You can see that, yeah.
Well, I'm very happy Reika was included in her streams because she is so precious.
I know. From the very little like clips and shots that I watched, man, she's too cute.
The time she found out that she was going to Sanrio Boroland.
When she went, oh, I've seen this, yeah. But another clip where she's like, oh my, one more. She knew.
Personally, my favorite part of this dynamic is when Reika would jump on for a karaoke stream and sing with her mother. I'm thankful to God this girl isn't my niece, because if she asked for pocket money at a family function, I would deadass Venmo her $500.
It's done, yeah. Yeah. I'll be honest, when I was down south, I spoiled my nieces. Yeah, it's hard not to, man. It's just hard not to.
Send her 5.59 Bitcoin and start a trust fund for her.
Yeah.
Ray-san actually shared
She
with me
deserves
that she
everything,
plans
man.
on releasing an original song with Reika-chan, and it will be a cute children's song. On my mama, when that peak drops, you know what I'm blasting when the bros hand me the aux cord. What's truly amazing is how a medium like VTubing makes content like this accessible and is able to give individuals like Ray an opportunity to pursue their dreams, but also have the opportunity of being so involved with raising their children.
I am truly glad from the bottom of my heart that I chose to become a VTuber. My body isn't very strong, so I believe it will be difficult for me to continue as an idol or get a regular full-time.
People don't realize how demanding being an idol is. Like, I'm used to be super into K-pop, like 2018-ish, was actually 2016. Yeah, I remember it was like BTS, Wings and stuff. I looked into like the culture. Dude, it's very hard, man. Very demanding. It's just tough work, man. So like on top of the fact that she's like not very strong, like her body isn't, Jesus, couldn't imagine.
My heart that I chose to become a VTuber. My body isn't very strong, so I believe it will be difficult for me to continue as an idol or get a regular full-time job while raising a child on my own. I was a victim of stalking during my idol days, so for the sake of protecting my child's privacy,
It's same old stuff, man. Stalkers, man. Dude, they need to like crack down on stuff like that. If you're found like as a stalker, you're found guilty, there's loads of evidence, I think the punishment should be a lot harsher than what it is.
Being a VTuber where I don't have to show myself is the choice that can give me peace of mind. Most importantly, because the VTuber work style exists, I don't have to miss the irreplaceable moments of being with Reika.
But beyond this miracle story, I also wanted to get Ray's perspective on being a single mother in Japan. It would be an understatement to say that there is a huge negative stigma towards single mothers in this country. Japan is a place that embraces traditional values and has a strong emphasis
very
on
traditional.
family structure, especially having a two-parent household. A
Yeah.
single mother is a complete antithesis of this. So, when a normal Japanese person initially runs into single mothers, they are instantly labeled as irresponsible, failed, or even selfish for raising a child alone.
In Japan, the
Yeah,
reality is that being
crazy. That's crazy. The dad decides to leave, and bro, I'm actually tipped off because this is hitting close to home. Like legit, it's okay. That's so dumb. That's so dumb, man. Societal like pressures is so annoying when and most of them just don't even make sense, man.
Selfish for raising a child alone.
Selfish.
in Japan,
That's wild.
the reality is that being a single mother often doesn't leave a good impression. Oftentimes, we find ourselves in a difficult financial situation, and it is not uncommon for people to think that poverty equals our own fault.
This is a common
That
belief
is
held by many
crazy.
Japanese people based on the current standings of this group. According to the scholarly paper Evidence from Low-Income Single Mothers in Contemporary Japan, 51.4% of single mother households in Japan live below the poverty line, which is one of the highest rates among developed countries. Many people just overlook how hard it is of truly raising a kid alone in Japan.
No matter how hard we work, we also face prejudice, such as you only care about work and neglect your child, or I don't
That's
think you can
crazy,
properly
man.
raise your child. The truth is, we work that hard because we care about our child. However, I feel like it is hard for others to understand that.
Yeah, it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, what, you take care of your child more than you work? Okay, you're poor now, so you're not really looking after your child. You're not giving them the best. Or you work more than you take care of the child. Yeah, you might be comfortable now in living, but you don't know your child. You neglect. It's so dumb, man. Why?
I could definitely feel Ray's frustration of people looking down on single mothers like her who put everything on the line for their children. She shares things like, "As a mother, what brings me the most joy is seeing my daughter smile. No matter how tired I am, Reika's adorable smile always heals me." Or observes that children mimic what parents do as they grow up. That's why I have to work hard to be a role
Yeah.
model for my daughter. When I hear these deep, meaningful answers about
I'll be honest, I've thought about just getting a child. I don't know, I feel like I don't work hard for myself, but when it comes to what I've noticed is I've worked harder to buy gifts for my nieces. I don't know. I don't think it's just a dumb idea. I'm glad that I don't, because but it's one of those where I'm pretty sure I'd work a lot harder in life if I did.
being a single mother, I can only show my respect for people like Ray. My respect for her only grew further as she gave encouragements to single parents out there diligently raising their children on their own.
You don't have to be perfect, and don't work too hard. The worst thing that can happen is for a parent to fall ill, especially
Yeah.
a single parent. I used to keep pushing myself to the limit and ended up falling ill. My
If you're gonna push yourself to that limit, you're gonna be sick, and then now you're not working. So you need to pace yourself, man. It's just, this is just tough, man. Especially with having parents who are constantly in and out of hospital, being of weak body. Jesus, man, this just life was hit her hard, man. Life hit her hard, and luckily she managed to get her way out.
viewer scolded me for it, so I've been more mindful of my workload.
What I just
I'm
like
glad.
about
I'm glad
Ray's
the viewers are
story
like that.
is that it provides so much hope. She's able to show people that there's always a way, despite your circumstances or the way people label you. For me though, at a certain point, I straight up asked her, how in the world did you persevere through all these life challenges? For her specifically, being a single mother is hard enough, but she also had to deal with other life curveballs, like having her father pass away last year, or dealing day to day with her physically weak body. To that question, she had a short but profound answer.
The more difficult experiences a person has gone through, the more they are able to save someone's soul. The person who never gives up until the end will undoubtedly succeed. These two phrases have always remained in my heart. Since I was young, I've experienced
Okay, relax. Oh man, what the fuck? Relax, dude. Okay.
experienced various illnesses and long-term hospitalizations. Even now, I often can't sing well due to my throat and
Jesus.
ear illnesses. But I believe that you will eventually be rewarded for pushing through these tough situations.
This has been the story of Otsuka Rei and her inspiring story of being a single mother VTuber raising her precious 4-year-old daughter, Reika. If you want to support her in any way, all of her
Reika's
social
so
info
cute.
will be down below. She has expressed deep interest in interacting with overseas fans, so don't be afraid in showing her some love. I will also be assisting her in this really monumental project that US fans will appreciate, so be on the lookout for that. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to indulge in my 20th replay of Reika-chan belting out Loligot Requiem, so peace!
Okay. Jesus, man. Hopefully the next one is not as hard-hitting, because holy crap, man. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have a banger on our hands, and it's time to roll out the red carpet. And before we proceed any further, if you guys could subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. We're so close to 100k subs, I could literally feel the silver play button in my hand.
Okay. Damn, he's really close, man. Really close.
Anyways, this Otsuka Rei video popped off. In just 1 week, we got over 400k plus views, 1k plus comments, and 40k plus likes. I want to personally thank everyone for sharing, commenting, and simply watching this video. What blew me away was the quality of comments I was getting. You had countless people sharing their personal stories of being raised by a single parent. I can't share all those stories with you, but here are some that really stood out to me. I was born to a single mother who loved me and provided for me enough for 2 parents. When I looked around at my friends' families as a young child, I was grateful for my mom. A lot of parents are present, but either shouldn't be or might as well not be there. My eldest brother was a single father when his wife left him and his 2 sons. I felt devastated. I remember what my mother experienced when father left. It felt like fate. So I decided to leave my boarding house and go to my hometown to help my eldest brother to raise his 2 sons. 5 and 7 years old. It's worth seeing my nephew smile and happy every day. There are countless comments that I was not able to respond to, but I'm beyond grateful that so many of you guys shared.
I'm kind of grateful that I don't really remember those days. There are certain parts of my childhood that I do remember that were pretty dark, but I'm glad I don't remember the struggle. Because apparently me, my brother, and my mother was homeless. At some point, we were like begging for food or some crap, man. And luckily we made it through, man. We made it through, and I'm glad I don't remember those days. I'm super glad. Most of my memories are pretty much just here in the UK.
Shared such meaningful personal stories. There was many reasons why this video blew up. Yes, I'm sure part of it had to do with me intentionally dropping it on Mother's Day, a time where nearly everybody is thinking about their mama and their sacrifices, but I believe it is Rei's ultimate sacrifices and inspiring story of putting her daughter above everything that really captured the attention of everybody that watched this video. And boy, one of the biggest joys coming out of this is seeing the explosion in Rei-chan's popularity in the days that followed. Firstly, she was able to get 100k subs in less than a month and crossed 300k subs recently. Business was so booming that she ranked number 2 in the global VTuber subscriber growth. Bruh, she was legitimately in a sea of whole life talent, outpacing monthly growth of Marine, Mume, and even my Oshi, Suisei. And continuing on with that whole life thread, even Callie started to follow her. I mean, I understand Rei-chan is a single mother, but seeing the ultimate VTuber dad supporting you, that's the ultimate flex. I want to bring your attention to this chart that Rei-chan shared that just blew me away. This chart showed her growth as a VTuber these past 5 years. Firstly, she spent the first 3 years of her career struggling. She only had 3,000 subscribers and had 10 concurrent viewers. Most people would have quit at this point, but Rei got that OP power up from seeing Rei-chan smile and was like, Mama gotta get back to work. It wasn't until 1,675 days where the Taiwanese peeps pulled up and where things really picked up. But it wasn't until year 5 when Reika starting kindergarten headlines broke the internet and the bald eagle itself swooped in and ascended Rei's career to absolute new heights. These days, her VODs get 50k plus views and she gets over 3,000 concurrent viewers. If you invested in Otsuka Rei stocks 3 years ago and cashed out, Even if you get hit with that whole like merch tariff fee, that will be chump change for you. This honestly motivates me, but so many other people. Whether you're a small-time streamer, a content creator, or someone just chasing their dreams. The biggest thing that is evident though is that Otsuka Ray's success is opening a new avenue within VTubing. Since the beginning of time, VTubers were expected to act closely like a Japanese idol. You're kind of like this unicorn. You couldn't talk about current relationships and
it's just, well, it's a branch of like idol culture, right? So it's still gonna have those expectations from idol companies. No relationships, no talking about relationships, certain things, no smoking, maybe drinking, depends on the company. Yeah, it's weird, man. I get it, it's a job, but like it's so weird because it's separate. Like it is a job, it is a career. It's more like a job and a career when you're in a company versus like you're independent. When you're indie, people don't see it as a job or a career, especially the viewers, you know? So it's this weird thing where like it is a gray area, but it's also black and white. Like if you're in a company, I at least consider it like it's work, but if you're not, it's like, well, you're just chilling and then you're getting viewers and stuff. It's like a hobby, you know?
God forbid you talk about having kids. But now, we live in a VTuber era where Shinzo Abe's ghost himself is smiling down from the heavens. This shows you that you can continue on with your streamer journey even though you have kids, which promotes career longevity and organically creates a more authentic environment. But if you want to talk about fake environments, we have to talk about drama tubing.
I hope companies don't see this as a hang on. You're telling me we can put a child in front of the camera for VTubing? I hope it's not that, man. Please. Oh man, it is gonna be like that, isn't it? God dang it, man.
Many people know my position on drama tubing, aka CNN Fox News of the VTuber space. We really went from getting wholesome, legitimately funny VTuber moments to whole-ass English essay Google Docs and high school drama. Yes, I understand when it's warranted, but when I see this VTuber drama slop plaster all over my Twitter timeline and YouTube homepage, what are we trying to get done here? What are we trying to accomplish? This whole movement of Ray's channel popping off is a huge FU to this establishment. It's to show you that you don't need to partake in BS to grow your channel, and
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. I will say though, like, I get what he means. He's more moderate on this, but for me personally, I love drama. I love the slop, man. I'm a pig at the trough, dude. Give me the slop. I'm sorry. I just love it, man.
Out there killing it in their own unique and positive ways. Thank you guys for restoring my faith in humanity. If there's an emerging VTuber you definitely feel needs to be highlighted, drop those names in the comments down below. This has been your boy U-Man. I'll see you next time.
Damn. Okay. The first video almost got me, man. Oh man, I didn't let a tear fall down, man. I absorbed it. I absorbed that stuff, man. Hell yeah. But yeah, it's a nice update to see, like, the chat at least. Well deserved. Reika is super adorable. She's way too cute. But yeah, deserved, man. Well deserved. Thank you very much for making it this far. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, both linked down below. Special thanks to all my channel members. See ya.